here are the ingredients for our whole wheat spice bun.
We have 6 cups of whole wheat flour, 7 ounces of melted butter, some orange juice, which is our secret ingredient. We have 1 cup of raisins, 2 cups of brown sugar, the zest of 1 orange. Over here we have mixed peel and pitted dates, but we slightly blended these. So this would equal a cup of mixed fruits. We have 2 dragon stout. I don't have any marmalade or jam, so I'm going to be using some strawberry preserve. Over here I have 6 teaspoons of baking powder. We have almond and rose water, vanilla, browning, ginger powder, honey, molasses, some fruit wine, 6 teaspoons of cinnamon powder, and 1 teaspoon of nutmeg, 2 teaspoons of salt. We have 6 eggs here, and I think that is it. Also included is 1 teaspoon of baking soda. Where I've not given you the measurement, when I'm putting the things together, I will tell you the exact measurement. I just found out that I don't have any mixed spice, so what I'm going to do is to increase my cinnamon powder, nutmeg, and I only have whole cloves, so what I'll be doing is steam it a little and get a little of the flavoring and use in the mixture, because mixed spice is cinnamon, nutmeg, and cloves. Okay. What we're going to do is to put on the stout, and the measurements we give you here are doubled. So if you want to make your regular whatever, just half the amount here.
We're going to put on our stout to warm.
And then add the ingredients as we go along.
So into the pot we're adding our 2 dragon stouts. Yes, we're just warming it. Yes, not boiling it, just warming it. And Suburban Mom made a slight mistake by saying melt the butter, but it doesn't matter if you bulk melt the butter or if it's just putted melted, as you can see here, because we're going to put this melted butter inside. Should I add them now, Mom?
Yes.
Okay. And then we're going to add our brown sugar. As you can see
2 cups.
here, it's the wrong Mom saying 2 cups.
Stir this.
And then we're going to use our spoon and stir. And then we're going to make sure that by the time the sugar should be melted.
Right. We're waiting for the stout mixture to cool down a little before adding our eggs, as we do not want scrambled eggs. And to our beaten egg, we're going to add the orange zest. And this is the zest of 1 small orange. We put the zest in there to sort of kill the rawness of the egg. In the meantime, we're going to be adding the things to our dry mixture, dry ingredients. I'm going to add the raisins first, as they're big and we want them to be floured like. We do not want them sinking to the bottom of. We're going to flour our raisins.
This is in order for it not to sink to the bottom.
When baking.
And this is our dry mixture.
Just the flour. Dry mixture not in here.
Could this recipe be also used for white flour or plain
Yes.
flour?
Yes, baking.
Yes, any flour can use, but we are using this whole wheat flour. Give it a little healthy twist.
To it we're going to be adding our baking powder. That was 6 teaspoons of baking powder and 1 teaspoon of baking soda. Two teaspoons of salt and 2 teaspoons of nutmeg. We're going to combine this. Oh. We have here 7 teaspoons of cinnamon. And remember, the reason why we have 7 teaspoons is because I don't have any mixed spice.
So as I say, in Jamaica, you have to turn your hand make fashion. So if you don't have an ingredient, you find out what that ingredient entails, and then you just double up, or you make do with what you have, which is also a motto that we should all have in life. Comment below, do you believe in that mindset?
Okay. Our dry ingredients are combined now. We're going to go back to our wet ingredients.
So into our wet mixture, which you see the sugar has been dissolved. So we're going to add our strawberry preserves. How much of it again?
2 tablespoons.
2 tablespoons of strawberry preserves. If you have strawberry jam or any kind of jam or preserves, you can add it. That's what we have right now. We're going to add how many molasses? I'm adding 2 tablespoons of molasses. So 1 and then 2. Okay, try to get as much of it off. You see how dark and rich this is? I'm trying my best. I'm so sorry about that. Okay, and
2 tablespoons of honey.
2 tablespoons of honey.
That was measured already, Joni.
Oh, it was measured already. Okay.
Pour everything in there.
All right, so I'm just pouring everything, and you see how rich this honey is?
That's logwood.
This is logwood honey. Okay, I'm trying to get it all out.
1 tablespoon of vanilla.
Okay.
Just measure this vanilla. 1 tablespoon.
Another 1 tablespoon of vanilla. Again, what I always say about vanilla, don't add too much, because too much makes the recipe bitter. We're going to add our almond water next.
Those 1 teaspoon, you have to use it.
And we're going to use the same 1 teaspoon. Oh, this is going to be a teaspoon. So,
Here.
oh, my teaspoon is over this side. So, 1 teaspoon of rose water. Rose almond water. Then we're going to add in meantime we can stir it around, make space.
See if it is cool down and I can add the eggs in.
Oh, okay. We have to test its heat, or to just make sure it's slightly warm, because we want to make sure that it's cool enough to add our eggs into it, because if we add our eggs to it now, it's going to scramble.
It's
So,
too hot.
so I'm going to ask Suburban Mom to test it out, to test out the heat. Meanwhile, I'm going to go wash the spoon again. Okay, so now I'm going to add in our mixed peel and pitted grape that I slightly blended, just so that it could be a little bit more fine.
No, so it's more pleasant. It's not everybody.
Okay, you hear Suburban Mom in the background saying it is mainly for pleasant experience while eating.
Some people do not like the taste of mixed peel.
Okay, and we don't add the eggs yet because it's a little bit still too warm, but we're adding these things in order for it to cool down. So our mixture has cooled down, and we're going to add the 6 eggs
And the orange zest.
and the orange zest.
Stir.
Yes, we're stirring. What's next to be added?
Orange juice.
We're going to add our orange juice. You can use any orange,
How do we do that just to cut the orange?
because you can use your lime or your lemon or your grapefruit, any kind of citrus. And this is just to cut some of the rawness from the egg. So keep mixing. So back to our dry ingredients. We are going to be adding
a teaspoon of ginger powder. I
Yeah.
forgot to put that in.
Okay. Remember, if you forget something at one time, and remember, you can add it in at any time.
That is why, as you add in things, you clear the empty containers.
And it is also okay to also have things written down, because sometimes you may not remember stuff. There's a little tip for life. So you're just going to combine it. We're adding 2 tablespoons of browning. You see the rich color of that browning? We're going to use that. Not sponsored by Grace.
Stir it on.
So we're just going to stir it again. And you see it actually changed the color as it should have. So you see that rich color. You see?
We're going to move over to here.
Okay, we're going to move. So comment below, what process is Mom doing right now? What is this motion name? I'll give you a hint. It ends with LL. Okay, so comment below. So we're going to form that, and we're going to add our wet mixture into our dry mixture. Mommy is going to be stirring in the meantime. Okay, and
Go on.
we're going to stir it or fold it. Has Suburban on?
What do you think happened?
Okay, comment below what you think it is. And I believe it's stirring, but it also could be folded. Greatest mystery. But it's stir. And we're gonna just continue this process. I'm gonna add some more.
All right.
Yeah. You see that mixture color coming on. We want this bun to be dark, and as dark as it comes, that means the more rich it is. Oh, Suburban mom is saying no. I guess the richness is depending on the fruits and the love and labor that is applied. Also comment from in the comments below, where are you from? Like, which country are you watching from? Do you have memories of eating Easter bun? So we added the last bit, so we're going to try to finish stir it, because what we don't want is, as you see right here, we want all of the flour to be coated. As you see, as long as you don't see that anymore, you will know that you have combined it well. So we're pouring our mixture. As you see, this is the consistency that our mixture has come to. I believe it's good. So don't mind my failed attempt at greasing and flouring a pan. But mommy is gonna hold the pan steady while I try to assist her. And into another pan.
We're getting two.
Yeah, we're only making two.
Oh, I thought you were about.
This yield 2 loaf pans. And we're gonna put them in the oven for
Roughly an hour, 350. After 10 minutes, we're going to drop the temperature to 325.
okay. Make sure your oven is preheated, and we're putting it into a container. Not a container, a pan that has water in it, because we want it to steam like, so that it can stay moist. So as you see, yielded 2 loaf pans. After you put the mixture into the loaf pans, you're always going to make sure that you empty the air pockets.
Release.
Release. Potato. So you're just going to get it and slam it. And make sure that it's settled. And so as you see, it's in the pan with water, and it's in the oven. And you may see that there's no cherries or anything like that on top. We are doing a glaze, right, Suburban Mama?
We don't have any.
We don't have no cherries, but we're going to be making a glaze, right?
Yes, we'll put a glaze.
Yes, we're going to put a glaze on it when it's finished, which is just a mixture of simple preserve and sugar and a little butter melted. So we're going to put it in for, again, how many minutes?
Roughly an hour.
Roughly an hour, and we'll be checking it. So as I told you before, the glaze. So the glaze is butter, sugar, and strawberry preserve. You can use your marmalade or whatever jam jelly you have. This is what we have on hand. So we're just going to reduce it and make it into a glaze. So it's supposed to be very sticky, so that it can go on all your. So after 1.5 hours or 90 minutes, this is how our buns have come out of the oven, just getting ready to be glazed. So Suburban Mom is going to apply the glaze. Again, just use a brush and brush it on. This will add more moisture or gooey
The sheen.
sheen and more sweetness. Which there's nothing wrong with a little sweetness during Easter time.
Too much.
So it's the next day. Our buns have finally cooled down. So this is our Easter table done by Suburban Mom. And as you see, she has placed the buns front and center of the table. So she's going to be heading in here to try her bun to see if it came out the way she wanted it to. So here is Suburban Mom. Hear the footsteps? Yes, that's Suburban Mom. You hear that ding? Hit that notification bell. So how does it taste now, Mommy?
Haven't tasted it yet, Jolene. I'm about to.
And
I'm not even tasting it with cheese or anything like that. I'm just going to have a taste from it now.
give an honest review.
I always do. I think your girl has done a good job. It's not dry. It's not really too sweet. Just the top, the glaze on the top makes it sweet. I really think it tastes good. You want to try it?
Yes, I will try it. See, an outstretched arm. I'll make my viewers see. This is how it comes out. So open up and try it. It's coming, it's coming. Mwah. So now I'm going to be trying the bun. It's okay. It's not too sweet, but the texture is okay to me. So, will you try this recipe? And if you do, comment below and share my video so that I can hear how other people tried my mom's recipe. Enjoy your Easter. Sorry for talking with my mouth full.